What's up, everybody? It's Wombat. It is Season 4 officially. We have new artifacts out, so you know I gotta make you some new videos. Today we're going to be looking at Boltcaster. It is very easy to get, very easy to level. The hardest thing is that there's no information out there really right now on where to get it or what you need to do. So I'm going to show you that right now in a minute or two, and then we're going to jump into is it worth it, damage numbers, things like that. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to go down to the Elysian Wilds. You're going to go to the Isle of Servan, and you're going to go up onto the exact same platform that you that has the monkey that has the life taker. So that boss, when you kill him, he spawns 3 other mobs, and it's the ice monkey that you want to kill. He's going to drop you Boltcaster. So if you haven't gotten life taker yet, great opportunity because everyone is farming it again. Kill that boss, you get your life taker. Kill the frost monkey, and you get your Boltcaster. Now there's 3 quests that go along with Boltcaster, just like every other artifact. The first one is kill ice mammoths. So 3 ice mammoths in Tribunal. They are tribunal ice mammoths. So you go to the Tribunal High Mound, and they are right in this area here. I was standing on these rocks, and they spawned like right in here, and like 5 of them spawned at once. Killed them. Done. Good to go. Your next spot is going to be the Glacial Tarn. If anybody knows how to get to this shrine, let me know, because I couldn't figure it out. So I came over here, ran over, Glacial Tarn, killed 20 ancients inside the dungeon. It's easy. Everyone's doing it right now. I went in as a tank with a bow on my back for the first part. Done. The hardest part is there's a quest that says Cull 5 Ice Wolf. If you go on NWDB, it does not tell you where they are. There's no information on it, but here's what you need to know. They are level 46. There are 3 of them in the entire game. One spawns right here, one spawns right here, and one spawns right here. You have to kill 5, and they're on about a minute respawn timer. So you're going to want to party with anybody else that's in this area doing it, because they are mobs that you one-shot. So when you've done that, you'll have your 3 quests done, and then you can go level up your Boltcaster and put your Keenly Jagged on it, like I'm going to once I manage to get another 30 Dark Matter. So what I really want to look at right now, though, is what is the damage on your old build versus the new build. Right, so right now I have just my Dex food on. For reference, I'll throw on a Honing Stone because that's what I would have on. And this is the gear I'm using. So Health LE version are mandatory perks for me, I believe, and Lightning Harnessing is going to swap out with weapon abilities or anything else you need. So Health LE version, Lightning Harnessing. This chest is going to get swapped out with the Dachi Dew, which is off of one of the bosses in Glacial Tarn. It's Health LE version, pick a perk, which will be Lightning Harnessing. I've got Explosive Arrow, Health LE version. These pants, again, when I get some more Dark Matter, Fortifying Perforate's going to go away, and it will become Lightning Harnessing. These are the pants I use for dungeons too, and I run Spear in dungeon. And then boots, Health LE version, Lightning Harnessing. I'm currently using the Syncretic Bow, and I gemmed it to Electrical, just because I rolled all of my gear pre-patch, and I wanted to give the lightning damage a try. So all of my gems are opals with Electrified. So I've got 14% extra damage there. I've got my Mortal Empowerment Lightning Damage Hardy Ring, so another 7% there. Flame Protection, Health, Stam Recovery, and then just a Heavy Earring. This one, we'll see how it goes, right? Like a Lightning Protection neck might be really good, depending on how many people are using it. I have been using a hatchet, which I'm going to use. This has Keen Speed, Refreshing, Distancing Throw. It's really good, but it puts my strength too high right now. So I'm just going to use my Dungeon Spear as an example to keep my stats where I want them to be. So I've got 31 strength because I've got a weapon with strength on it. And this would be how I would normally have my bow set up for Boltcaster. So one thing I did investigate, they still have not fixed this strength perk. So right now, if you buy the 25-point strength perk, you get 5% light damage and you get the 10% heavy damage by just getting the 25 strength. Going to 50 strength does not do anything for you, so don't do it. So this is my Boltcaster setup. Dex, int 150, you get 10% extra damage, 10% extra damage. This used to be 25, they nerfed it down. So you did get 35% extra damage, now it's only 20. So it's not as great, but I take the extra refreshing, so it only costs me 10 points, and 100 con. So let's just take a look at what the damage is. First shot doesn't count, because... Oh, I don't want to use this bow, sorry. I want to use Boltcaster first, because I am set up for Boltcaster. So once my ticks stop going, I can put this on. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to write down what our damage is on our heavy attack, because that's what you do with bow mostly, and then we'll check our other abilities. Right, so we're 8774, 8774, 8774. Plus 61. So we're basically at 8830-ish. So 8830, and then our X-Blow, it hits for 5280, and it ticks at 238. And our Poison Shot hits for 2800 and 630. So those are going to be important numbers. Now I've done the testing at 50 and 100, and Boltcaster is just not as good. So you either go all the way up or don't use Boltcaster. So now let's check that against our normal bow. And I do need to redo my stats here with the normal bow to what I normally run. So this is my normal bow setup. And let's check our numbers. So we're at 75, 25, approximately. 75, 25, and we're also ticking, which you can't do with the new bow. So we're going to count that damage at 273. Times 3. So that's not an insignificant number. So you were at approximately, let's say with the ticks, you're at approximately 8,300. Where Boltcaster was at 8830. So you are netting 530 extra damage. So then what does it do with explosive? Well, explosive is 273 on the tick. And I missed the other one, so we'll go back to that and we'll find that out in a minute. And your poison is about 3,500 plus 684 ticks. So we'll try the X-Blow again with, we're going to get a little bit of damage going here, so it's not on there. Right, so that's about 5,000 on X-Blow. And your tick is 228. And again, we'll do the same thing with our Poison Shot again, make sure it's not a first shot. And we're looking at 3,639. So there is a significant difference here. Your ticks with the old bow are higher. So we're at, actually no, sorry, scratch that. They're a little bit higher on the explosive with Boltcaster, but they're a little bit lower with Boltcaster on poison, which is strange. I don't understand that. So your explosive arrow does more damage, but your poison shot does less damage. Again, I'm not sure why. It doesn't make sense, but I'm hitting for about 400 damage more with my poison shot and 10 damage extra per tick than I was with Boltcaster. Which you would think it would be the opposite, because Boltcaster is you're adding that 20% extra elemental damage, and the elemental damage should be impacting your explosive arrow and your poison shot. But the poison shot does not seem to be getting affected by it. So we're just going to respec again here. Again, just get a little bit of damage on it and make sure we're accurate on our numbers. Explo 5280 with 5280, 238. Those are the exact same numbers I had the last time. So your Explo is ticking for 10 more, and you're doing 280 more damage on the initial hit. Poison is hitting for 3,000, and it's ticking at 630. So your ticking or your initial hit is minus 200, and your tick is minus 9. So overall, you basically even out. Explo hits a little harder, poison hits a little weaker. This is another big one that I did not test yet. So let's just check this. Rain of Arrows, for all of you dot lovers out there. Right, first shot, I saw a 5100 on the big one, and that's 393 tick, 367 tick on the other dummy. So we'll wait for that to go up again, and we'll do one more. What we'll do is we'll just get this one a little lower. Rain it. Of course one of them crit. So that 393 is the exact same. Alright, so that's Boltcaster. And we're just going to put this back on, and we will check our damage on Rain, and just make sure that we're not losing major damage on our perks that we typically use. So 399 is our tick. So we are losing a little bit of damage. This one seems to actually be more consistent. And our split is 42 and change. So that's actually a 900 decrease on Rain using the old bow, which again makes absolutely no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. I'm very confused. I have higher dex. That is a skill that should be scaling off of dex. I don't understand. Somebody tell me when why this is the way it is. Let's look at what it says, right? It is thrust damage, so my dex should be scaling it up on thrust damage. The poison is nature damage, so that should be going up with elemental damage. And the fire is elemental damage and thrust damage. yeah, it just seems like it's a little bit buggy on how it's working. But your rain's hitting harder, your explosive's hitting harder, your poison shot's hitting a little weaker, and overall the bow hits harder. The other big thing with the Boltcaster is every fourth shot you do extra damage. So that's the last thing I'll show you here. Oops, we don't want to do that. We want to go to our attributes, respec. So the tooltip on this is wrong. The tooltip says that it only lasts for 3 seconds on the static charge. That is not true. The static charge lasts for 10 seconds. You'll see the buff pop up right there. It's counting down 10 seconds. Right, so this timer ends. You can use the, well, that's your guaranteed crit timer, I'm sorry. So there's no counter or buff that shows you your extra damage perk. But you can see there on my fourth shot, 1, 2, 3. This will be the extra damage shot, 3268. Now if you're running around and dodging, taking time to aim, oh my god, I just hit that thing for 10,800. Right, it doesn't just fall off. But man, that is a lot of damage. I don't think I get any extra damage for back headshotting it, but let's see if it gets any higher. 11,400. So there's your extra int, the extra damage on the critical backstabs. So that's it, everybody. Hope this helps you make the decision on whether or not you want to use Boltcaster. I will be using it, and I'll let you know how it feels during play, but as you can see, it hits like a freaking hammer. So, hope you guys got all the aversion out there, because you are not going to survive without it. Thanks for watching, everybody.